हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आप सभी का स्वागत है मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल फार्मेसी मेडिकल पर। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट राजन कौशिक और आज की इस वीडियो के दौरान हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक के बारे में जिसका टाइटल है लिमिट टेस्ट फॉर क्लोराइड। इस वीडियो के दौरान हम डिस्कस करेंगे लिमिट टेस्ट फॉर क्लोराइड का प्रिंसिपल और प्रोसीजर। सो विदाउट एनी डिले लेट्स स्टार्ट टुडेज टॉपिक। So before going for the limit test for chloride, it is very necessary for all of us to understand the meaning of the limit test. What are the limit tests? Limit tests are basically the quantitative or semi-quantitative tests. You can see here, these are the quantitative or semi-quantitative tests, which are used to identify and control the small quantities of impurities. As we know that what are the impurities? Impurities are nothing but the unwanted substances that are likely to be present in the pharmaceutical substances, and they can be of different type like the organic impurities, inorganic impurities, and the biological impurities. But limit tests have a specific purpose, means they are basically used to determine the inorganic impurities like chlorides, sulfates, iron, arsenic, lead, and other heavy metals like the cadmium. These tests are performed in a special type of glasswares, and these glasswares are known as the Nessler cylinders. These cylinders are named after the credits of a German scientist who devised the Nessler reagent for the detection of ammonia in the water. And Nessler cylinders are basically types of cylinder which are made up of borosilicate glass. Indian Pharmacopoeia also have the specifications for the Nessler cylinders. You can read about Nessler cylinders in detail in the Pharmacopoeia. These tests are basically carried out to detect minute impurities in an unknown substance by comparing it with a standard. Means the sample solution is prepared, that is a test solution, and the standard solution is prepared, and both these solutions are compared, and if the color or the turbidity or opalescence is more in the test sample, then it will fail. But if the standard solution has the more color while the test has the lesser color or the lesser opalescence or the less turbidity, then the test will pass. So these are the limit tests. The most important thing that we should remember always that these are the quantitative tests basic, and these are semi-quantitative tests, and these are used to control the small amount of impurities, and basically used to determine the inorganic impurities like chloride, sulfate, iron, arsenic, lead, and heavy metals. Now move to the next slide. That is the principle and procedure for the limit test for chloride. So let's discuss about the principle of the limit test for chloride. The principle behind the limit test for chloride is that the silver nitrate, that is the AgNO3, you can see here, reacts with the soluble chlorides. Chlorides means the impurities that can be present in very small quantity in a sample in the presence of the dilute nitric acid to give the white color precipitate opalescence of silver chloride. मीन्स जब जो क्लोराइड आयंस हैं वो आपके AgNO3 के साथ में रिएक्ट करते हैं, किसके प्रेजेंस में? डाइल्यूट नाइट्रिक एसिड की प्रेजेंस में। तो जो Ag आयंस है वो Cl आयंस के साथ रिएक्ट करके AgCl का व्हाइट कलर का एक प्रेसिपिटेट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं और साथ में नाइट्रेट आयन प्रोड्यूस। नाइट्रेट आयंस AgNO3 से भी मिलते हैं और NO3 से भी मिलते हैं। यही रीजन है कि ये कॉमन आयन इफेक्ट यहाँ पे प्रोड्यूस हो जाता है और AgCl का डिसोसिएशन उसको जो है ये कॉमन आयंस प्रिवेंट करते हैं। इस तरीके से हम कह सकते हैं कि डाइल्यूट HNO3 फेवरेबल कंडीशन प्रोवाइड करता है लिमिट टेस्ट फॉर क्लोराइड के लिए। सो जो प्रिंसिपल है उसको हमने याद करना है। एग्जामिनेशन में हमसे हमेशा पूछा जाता है कि कौन सा रिएजेंट इन्वॉल्व होता है लिमिट टेस्ट फॉर क्लोराइड में, तो आपको ध्यान रखना है AgNO3 एंड डाइल्यूट HNO3, these are two chemicals which are used during the test. Distilled water is also used, and the chloride standard solution जब हम बनाते हैं तो क्लोराइड, यहाँ पे सोडियम क्लोराइड का यूज भी किया जाता है। तो दिस इज द प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड द लिमिट टेस्ट फॉर क्लोराइड। Now move to the next, that is the procedure. So what is the procedure for performing the limit test for chloride? You have to prepare two different solutions. One is the test solution which will contain your sample, and another one will be the standard solution which will contain a known concentration of the chloride. Generally 25 ppm solution of sodium chloride is used as the standard during the test. So for preparing the test solution, you have to dissolve the specified quantity of the sample in distilled water and transfer to the Nestor cell. Then you will add 10 ml of dilute HNO3 nitric acid, and then you have to make up the volume up to 50 ml with the distilled water. Then you will add 1 ml of 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution. After the proper mixing, stir immediately with glass rod and keep aside for 5 minutes protected from the light, and this reaction will produce the white color opalescence or turbidity in the test solution. This is how you can prepare the test solution. And in a similar way, you will prepare the another solution in the Nestor cylinder, for which you have to take 1 ml of the chloride standard, that is the 25 ppm solution of the chloride, and then you have to add the 10 ml of the dilute HNO3, 50 ml of the distilled water. You have to make up the volume, add 1 ml of 0.1 molar silver nitrate, and you have to follow the same procedure as it is mentioned in the test solution. And there will also be a opalescence. But so what is the difference between both the opalescence? That in case of the standard solution, the concentration of chloride ions is known, while in the case of test sample, the concentration of the chloride ion is completely unknown. That is why we are performing the test. And after this procedure, we will compare the opalescence of both the solution, that is the test solution and the standard solution. Now move to the next slide. So here you can see that you have prepared the test solution. This is the test and this is the standard solution. So you can see here the turbidity is more than the test solution, or you can say the turbidity or the opalescence is lesser in the test solution than the standard solution. Then this test will pass. Now for the comparison of opalescence, what you will do, you have to take both the cylinders and you will view transversely against a black background for the comparison of opalescence. The opalescence produced in the test solution should not be greater than the standard solution. Means this is the condition. If the standard solution will be more turbid and test solution will be less turbid, then the test will pass. Otherwise the test will fail. And pharmacopoeia says that for a particular substance, the opalescence produced in the test solution should not be greater than. Means the impurities should be present within the permissible limits. That is why we are doing this test. And if the opalescence produced in the test solution is less than a standard solution, the sample will pass, and for the chloride and vice versa. So this is the comparison of the opalescence. This is how we compared both the test and the standard solutions. Now move to the next slide. That is, what is the reason for adding the nitric acid in the test? This question is very much important. It is a theoretical question, and in MCQs the question can come from this. So the reason for adding the nitric acid is that it extracts a common ion effect by furnishing nitrate ions and thereby suppression of dissociation of silver chloride. जो आपका सिल्वर क्लोराइड बनेगा उसको डिसोशिएट होने से बचाता है, उसको उसके डिसोशिएशन को रोकता है, ताकि एक हैवी अमाउंट में आपको सिल्वर क्लोराइड का प्रेसिपिटेट मिले और जो आपके डिसोशिएशन ना हो पाए सिल्वर क्लोराइड का, कॉमन आयन इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस होता है। इसके अलावा एक एसिडिक एनवायरनमेंट भी प्रोवाइड करता है, क्योंकि ये जो है आपके HNO3 जो है उसमें H+ आयन भी होंगे और आपके NO3- आयन भी होंगे, which facilitate the reaction of soluble chloride with silver nitrate solution, ताकि जो आपके soluble chlorides हैं वो properly और completely silver nitrate के साथ में react कर पाए। It is used to dissolve other impurities if present. इसके अलावा नाइट्रिक एसिड जो दूसरी impurities हैं उनको भी डिसॉल्व करने में मदद करता है, ताकि वो जो है AgNO3 के साथ रिएक्ट ना कर पाए और सिल्वर क्लोराइड का सॉल्यूशन अच्छे से बने और वो सॉल्यूशन को एक अच्छी टर्बिडिटी प्रोवाइड करे. दैट इज द रीजन फॉर एडिंग द nitric acid in the solution. This is how we have completed this topic, and in our next video we will be discussing the multiple choice questions from this topic, and I hope that you will like this video and subscribe the PME, share the PME and like the PME. Thank you so much.